Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's EricRayweather back here with the latest Madden 22 update news. Now, yesterday we got an official title update. If you missed that video, it will be linked below in the pinned comment, but we did get an update that gave us some new X Factor players, some new Superstar players that also removed X Factor and Superstar from other players as well. Now, today what we're going to be going over is the latest roster update for the game, where we've got players moving up and moving down. Not only people that played last week, but even some players that, haven't even made the playoffs, because, that's what EA does. There's also something else EA's got going on right now, like these Madden awards, which is kind of interesting. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, but we're going to go over the roster update first. And of course, we're going to cover the blog on EA's website where they talk about a few specific players, and then we will go over the entire list of people that went up and went down. Now, if you're new to the channel and you don't want to miss out on any of the future Madden updates, we still have some more franchise mode updates that are coming supposedly very soon. And also, we got a new NFL 2K game coming out later this year, so we should be hearing some stuff about that within the next month or so. If you don't want to miss out on any of that info, make sure to subscribe, turn the bell icon on so you don't miss those videos when they go live. So the first player going up is Tom Brady. He's actually going up +2 to a 99 overall. We talked about it briefly yesterday, but this is because he is retiring, so they're bumping him up to a 99. He went up only 2, so it's not like a crazy huge jump, but it says here, don't worry, we know that former Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady didn't play in the conference championship. We also know that perhaps the NFL GOAT and current Madden 22 cover athlete officially retired from football this week, and we wanted to honor him with a ratings bump that reflects his legendary status. Like he's been plenty of times in his career, Brady is now a 99 overall Madden 22. If there was ever a player who permanently belongs in the 99 club, it's Brady. And you have to agree with that. I mean, if there's ever a player, it's got to be him, right? I mean, until somebody else surpasses what he's done with those 7 Super Bowls, it's obviously going to be him. So he's definitely out. What do you guys think are going to happen with the Bucs next year? Who are they going to try to get at quarterback? Are they going to roll with Kyle Trask or try to bring somebody in? They also could be losing some other players as well. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how things shake up with that team next season. The next guy going up is Odell Beckham Jr., going up +1 to an 86 overall. He's definitely been turning it around with the Rams. He was struggling a little bit with the Browns. He's not been putting up a ton of yards in most games. It's been mostly touchdowns, but last week he actually did put up a bunch of yards. He was a very big factor in that win in the conference championship. It says here, when a team stacked with receiving talent, it can be hard to highlight just one each week. But Rams receiver Odell Beckham Jr. showed up and showed out against the 49ers in the NFC Championship to finally head to the big game for the first time in his decorated career. Beckham didn't find the end zone against the 49ers, but he had 9 catches on 11 targets for 113 yards to help send his team's division rivals packing and book their ticket to LA. Like a number of his teammates, Beckham earned a ratings boost ahead of the Super Bowl. The next guy going up is T. Higgins, going up +1 to an 82 overall. Now, T. Higgins definitely in the second half of the year had been turning it on. He's kind of hit or miss in that offense. There's just a lot of mouths to feed, and there's some games where, he's not maybe getting the ball as much as Jamar Chase or Joe Mixon, but then you have those games, it seems like every couple weeks, every 3 weeks, where it's just a T. Higgins game where he is getting the ball a ton, he's got good matchups, and he's making big plays, and that's what he did last week. He was one of the big factors, I think, in the Bengals being able to come back and win that game, because Jamar Chase, they were giving a lot of attention to him, but T. Higgins was making big catch after big catch in the clutch. It says here, in the overtime thriller against the reigning AFC champions, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins came up big throughout the game to help secure his team's first trip to the Super Bowl in over 30 years. Higgins was 6 for 10 on receptions, but he made them count by racking up a team high 103 yards on the day. Higgins earned a ratings boost ahead of the big game, sending a big message to LA that he and his teammates are ready to play. Now we've got a couple guys going down, of course. They're going to talk about Mahomes. He definitely struggled big time in that second half and in overtime. It was pretty much the opposite of the week before against the Bills, where he just couldn't seem to be stopped no matter what. He's going down 1 to a 97 overall, and it says here, in yet another overtime thriller, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes played extremely well against the Cincinnati Bengals, but in the end came up just short of securing the win. Mahomes tossed 3 touchdown passes on top of 275 total yards, but he also threw 2 interceptions, the latter of which happened in overtime and ultimately allowed the Bengals to seal it. Mahomes is an elite quarterback, but his slip-ups against the Bengals are earning him a slight ratings downgrade as his season comes to a close. The next guy going down is his teammate Tyreek Hill. He's going down 1 to a 96 overall, and it says here, another top player who played quite well in the AFC Championship but couldn't help secure a victory Kansas City Chiefs receiver Tyreek Hill was 7 for 10 with 78 yards and a touchdown against the Bengals. Those are more than decent numbers that had him just below Travis Kelce on the receiving charts for his team, but missed opportunities like his failure to get across the goal line as time expired before halftime will haunt him as he misses out on another Super Bowl. He will take a slight ratings downgrade heading into the offseason. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I mean, they literally just said he had a good game. He had 78 yards, he had a touchdown. The play before half where he didn't get in the end zone, I don't really think that was so much his fault. That was kind of a weird play call. Patrick Mahomes held the ball way too long, and then it was kind of up to Tyreek Hill to try to force it and make it happen. Patrick Mahomes should have probably got rid of the ball when there wasn't just a clear, easy route to the end zone, but he held it too long, and then they kind of just had to carry out the play. So I really wouldn't blame Tyreek for that. I don't feel like that was his fault just because he was the one to catch the ball. Now let's talk about the rest of the players who are going up and going down. Starting with the players who are going up, we have Cooper Kupp, another amazing game. This dude is just, every game this year has just been incredible. I think he's only maybe had 1 or 2 games where he looked not amazing. He might have just looked like okay or like above average, but every other game has been just flat out amazing. He's going up yet again, +1 to a 97 overall. George Kittle is also going up +1 to a 97 overall. His team lost the game, but he definitely had a big touchdown catch, some other catches in that game. He played very well. Jesse Bates has been a guy that's been up and down all year long, but of course this week he's going up +1 to a 92. He had that really big play in overtime where he didn't get the pick. Von Bell actually got the pick, but Jesse Bates got the deflection which caused the pick, and I mean, he just perfectly timed that deflection right between Tyreek Hill's hands without committing any interference or early contact. That was one of the best timed plays on a ball that maybe I've ever seen. Deebo Samuel has been going up a lot this year. He's going up yet again. He had a good game. His team came up short, but he's just, been phenomenal this year. He's +1 to an 89 overall. Jimmy Ward is going up +1 to an 86 overall. Trey Hendrickson finally getting some more love. I feel like they forgot about him last few weeks. He's going up +1 to an 85 overall. Evan McPherson for the second week in a row has to go up. He went up last week +3 because he hit 3 or 4 huge field goals in that game, plus the game winner. Hit another game winner this week, ice in his veins in overtime. He's going up +1 to an 82 overall. L'Jarius Sneed is going up +1 to an 81 overall. Von Bell got the big interception in overtime. They got to give him some love. +1 to an 81 overall. BJ Hill is going up +2 to a 79 overall. I believe that's the defensive lineman that got the pick on Patrick Mahomes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that's who that was, which was a pretty incredible timed pick from a big man. You don't really see that too often. And we've got Austin Colbert going up +1 to a 76 overall. Now let's talk about the players that are going down. First up, we got Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he didn't play last week. He played the week before, and I believe they dropped him last week for that performance, so I don't know why they're dropping him a second week in a row. They could have just dropped him more last week, but he's going down 1 to a 95 overall. Tyler Lockett, a guy that has not played in many weeks. He's not in the postseason at all. He's going down 1 to an 88 overall. Calvin Ridley, another guy that hasn't been in the postseason. Don't know why he's going down, but he's going down 1 to an 85 overall. Jadeveon Clowney, another guy that didn't make the playoffs. He's going down 1 to an 84 overall. Allen Robinson, another guy that hasn't played in weeks either. He's going down 1 to an 81 overall. Laken Tomlinson is going down 1 to an 80 overall. K'Wan Williams is going down 1 to a 78 overall. And Emmanuel Mosley is going down 1 to a 76 overall. And we got a couple rookies here. Nick Bolton has had a really good year. He has not gone up as much as I feel like he should have gone up this year. He's still a little bit too low in my opinion, but he is going up this week +1 to a 76 overall. And Ambry Thomas is going up +1 to a 73 overall. Now, lastly here, we have something that's interesting that EA has not done before. They're calling it the Madden NFL Awards. So it says here, the Madden NFL Award celebrates the top in-game performers for the past year, using statistics from head-to-head online ranked, head-to-head online unranked, and play now determine our select category winners. The sack leader, the tackle leader, interception leader, rushing leader, passing leader, and reception leader. Key community members and Madden ratings adjusters vote these selected award winners: Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, and the most coveted, most valuable virtual player. So basically they give awards to the virtual players. So for example, the receiving leader is Tyreek Hill. It says, thanks to his world-class speed and receiving ability, Kansas City receiver Tyreek Hill racked up the most yardage in Madden NFL 22. The official stat is 13.8 billion yards. So that just lets you know how many people actually play this game. He got 13.8 billion yards. That's pretty crazy. The rushing leader is actually, believe it or not, Lamar Jackson. It's not a running back. And it says you might expect a running back to snag this award, but Ravens QB Jackson flexed his famous dual threat abilities to lead the Madden NFL 22 rushing rankings. He got 9.8 billion rushing yards. Kyler Murray comes in at the passing leader with 26.8 billion passing yards. Again, that's crazy. The Cardinals are definitely a team that is used a lot, so I definitely can see how that happened. Most improved player is Jonathan Taylor. This is actually interesting. This goes by overall. So he started the year at an 83 overall, and he finished the year at a 92 overall, which was definitely deserving. Honestly, you could probably argue he should be a little higher. So that is the most improved player. The sack leader is Aaron Donald, which kind of surprised me. I thought it would be more of an edge guy, like an edge threat guy, not an interior guy. But Aaron Donald got 49.1 million sacks in Madden 22. The tackle leader is pretty interesting as well. You would expect this to maybe be a linebacker, but it's actually Tyrann Mathieu, and he comes in with 198.8 million tackles. The interception leader is Jalen Ramsey, coming in with 49.2 million interceptions. That is a crazy amount of interceptions. A lot of people do play with the Rams, so that makes sense. Rookie of the year is Micah Parsons. It says rookie Cowboys linebacker Parsons had a phenomenal rookie season, racking up 13 sacks and 20 tackles for loss, giving him a final Madden 22 rating of 88 overall. So he started the year like in the maybe mid to high 70s, and he finished at the 88 overall, which is pretty incredible. So those are the official Madden awards if anybody was interested. That's going to be it for today. Make sure to check out some of these other videos right here on the screen if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys next time.